Hello, and welcome back to the Life and Lessons of Me. I'm your host, Jordan, or me. And today, I'm going to talk about life in general, like where I'm at in life right now. So, I haven't been posting the podcasts on video recently. I don't know why, other than the fact that I wanted to try and just grow my audience a little bit anyway. So I was like, you know what? Why not just go back to what I was doing, which was post the videos and the audio on different things because, I'll reach more people, hopefully. That's the idea. And, lately I've been thinking of things to do, and I began to write a book. Now, I'm not sure where I'm going with it. I'm just kind of putting thoughts down on paper and kind of, I guess, letting people into my life experiences more so than I really do before, even with this. I mean, there's so much stuff that I haven't said that people probably just assume. But yeah, so it's a way to like really, go through everything that I've been through again and put it on paper and get it out of my brain. And hopefully, that'll help. It's kind of like I go to this church group, and something they do is take an inventory of like literally everything you've done, and like, yeah. So you write down good things and bad things, and just the idea is to sort of balance it out, I guess, but also more so to acknowledge that that stuff happened to you and try and move past it, and you know realize that some of the stuff that's in the past is just that's what it is. It's in the past. It's stuck there. It's not coming out. So some people, just they just run away, and in my case, roll away from, you know, facing their issues. And I never thought I was somebody that did that, but the more that I realize, that I am someone who does that a little bit, the more I'm willing to work on it. Um, and yeah, it's something that I'm still figuring out, like why I am how I am, other than, what I have figured out. There's so much that I haven't figured out. And, I think every day is just a new day to try and figure stuff out. Like, I have learned a lot about myself in recent months, and I'm glad for that, but also at the same time, it's a little bit scary that all this stuff was subconsciously there, and like maybe not even subconsciously, like consciously I was just ignoring it. Like, I don't know. It just caught up with me. Who knows? I mean, it's just been I mean, honestly, life is good. Like, I don't know what my problem is, other than the fact that there's so much stuff that I haven't worked through and processed, even though I thought that I had. There's always that, doubt. Like, me? Really? Nah. But like the more that I thought about it and the more that I'm, you know, emotionally gaining like knowledge of myself, like it's it's a good thing. It is, but it's also like, okay, so I know this stuff happens and I know that I do it. So, I have to catch myself before I do the same things that I always do. I'm somebody that is a little obsessive, a little I am obsessive, and I think I'm codependent, but that's just because of my circumstances. Like, I'm codependent because I need to be, kind of thing. Um, but the obsessiveness and the compulsive talking thing, like, that's something I'm working on. I don't know what the deal is with that. Like, oh, yeah, and I'm like really hard on myself, and I think that's because the amount of times that I've been rejected or whatever made me feel unworthy or something. So I'm always like so hard on myself because I don't know. So figuring out your mental health is a big thing. Like, it's a big deal. It's a big challenge. Like, it's it takes a lot of work, and it's constant work. Like, every day is a new day. And, some days are gonna be hard and like they're gonna drag you down, but other days, not so much. Other weeks, months, not so much. Like, it's all about how you get back up after you get into that cycle of doing the same thing you always do. It's all right, dude. You're going back to the same thing you always did. Knock it off. Like, come on. Like, so, life is about learning about, the world around you and yourself every day. And I think that's important to remember that life is long. Like I've talked about this in another episode. It's called Life is Long for a Reason. Yeah, well, it's long so we can figure out all of this stuff. It's long so we have to adapt. Like it's not boring in the sense that change happens. And change is scary, but it's something we all have to accept. There's this prayer that they say, accept the things you cannot change. Um, have the courage to change the things you can and the wisdom to know the difference. Like, regardless of prayer or whatever, like that's still good advice. Like, because we're not in full control. We're never in total control. Like a zombie apocalypse could like just happen right now, and we would be completely out of our control. Like there's so much stuff out of our control, weather, you know, that kind of stuff. Like we are not able to control every aspect of our lives. It's physically impossible. It's emotionally impossible. It's mentally impossible. So, it's all about figuring it out as you go. That's the thing. Like, and yeah, life is discouraging sometimes, but it can also be really great. Like, like I said, my life is decent. Like, I don't really have anything. Well, there is obviously things I'm trying to do, like get a full-time job and like just be a more responsible 21-year-old. Like I'm working on the whole adult transition thing. Like I know I can do adult life fine, but I don't want to, and maybe that's the problem. Like I mean, I'm just dreading the extra stuff that's gonna come with life. Like I mean, I've been experiencing life for 21 years, so it's on top of the unique problems just to me. I have everyone else problems. That's what I'm realizing. Like I always thought that potentially all of the problems that I had were unique to me. But really, that's BS because we're all in the same boat a little bit. I mean, granted, everybody's got their own unique challenges, but that's not to say that we don't all kind of experience the same sort of challenges. With like the transition to adulthood, I mean, obviously it's a little bit more difficult for me. However, it's not something that's impossible. It feels impossible right now, but I know it's not. Like that's the thing. Like I know a lot of things, but my subconscious is just, it's your subconscious. What are you supposed to do about it? Like you have to like pull it back out of your subconscious. Like that's what I'm realizing. Like I don't know, all the times I've been rejected, like oof. But like I'm always like in my conscious mind, I know that I'm worthy and I can pull anybody and I'm a great dude. But in my subconscious mind, I guess I forgot. So now that I've figured out that maybe that's why I'm so hard on myself, I can potentially, limit it. I don't need to call myself a dumbass so much, like, and I'm my own person. Everybody's got their own journey. I mean, sure, some people would like it to be faster than others, but can't rush it. Can't rush greatness. You just can't. I'm working on it, I think. Do or do not. There is no try. So maybe I'm just trying and that's bullshit because you can't try. There is no such thing, as Yoda would say. I mean, it's true. Like, you're either doing something or you're not. I don't think there is an in between. Like, you're like half in, you know, glass half full kind of thing. Like, you gotta, like, just do it. Just do it. Nike. So I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. And like, subscribe, go check out my podcast on Spotify. And yeah, have a good day, and I will catch you on the next one.